This is an art attack. This is an art attack. This is Art Attack. Hello there. Are you fed up with people snooping around your wardrobe? You know, tidying it up, borrowing your clothes, then scare them off with one of these. A horror hanger. Ooh. Come and have a look at this. Take a big cardboard box and cut off the two biggest sides. And onto one of the sides, draw a horror head. Now, you have to make it roughly the same size as your own head. But hopefully it won't look anything like your own head. In fact, you could copy your favourite comic strip character or horror character off the telly. But you have to make a nice big long neck that's almost the same size as the head. And then put in the rest of the horrible detail on your face, cut it out, and you'll have something that looks like that. Look at that. Ugly mug. Put that to one side, and then on the other sheet, draw around your fingers like that, but don't spread your fingers too far apart, just enough to get the pen in between them, and go all the way down your arm, both sides like that, and join them up there like that. Do two of them, cut them out, and you'll have something that looks like that. Now, the idea is to pop a hole through the end of both arms. Do this with a sharp pencil, be very careful, in through the cardboard and into a bit of sticky tack to protect the furniture. And then just place your cardboard hand down like that. Tear out some old magazine pictures, just pages from the old magazine, just twist them into a long, thin twist like that, and just place them down onto your hand, along the finger, and then along the arm, like that. Do all 5 fingers in the same way, again, with old pieces of magazine, and you'll have something that looks like that, and it's a gnarled old hand. Then mix some PVA glue with some water, 2 parts glue, 1 part water, and yes, you've seen me do this before, slop on the glue over your gnarled, twisted fingers, and then place the tissue paper or loo roll on the top, and just slop on another bit of PVA glue. And go over the whole of your hand, covering all the fingers, front and back, both hands, and when you've finished, leave it to dry, and you'll have something that looks like that. And look at this. The PVA glue and tissue paper have gone rock solid, and whatever you do, don't cover those 2 holes. Now, as for the face, what you need to do is build up these facial features into a sort of 3D relief. And the best way of doing this is just tear off clumps of tissue paper or loo roll, and with your fingers, can be a bit messy, but fun to do. Just dip it into your glue like that, shake off the excess, and just position it onto your cardboard and press it into shape. And as you're pressing it, the tissue paper sort of disintegrates into a pulp, and you can just get it into position. It doesn't matter if you go over your design, because the idea is to build up all these facial features with tissue paper, then cover the whole thing in 1 layer of tissue paper, front and back, and when you've finished, you'll have something that looks like that. And as you can see, I've built up all the facial features into a 3D relief, and I've even put a 3D bolt through his neck. And just bring the hands back in, like that, and now it's time to paint them. And you can do this with poster paint or acrylic paint. It's always the good fun bit, this, isn't it? Now make it as horrible as you possibly can, and you can see here I'm just slopping on some gruesome green. And you can take a bit of time doing it, just go over all the fingers, both hands, even do the fingernails, and do the same on your face. Make your face as horrible as you possibly can, put in all the detail, and when it's finished, your face will look something like that. Look at that. And I've done red lips there, I've even put the scar in. Ugh. I've got the eyes, and I've even put some silver pen on here for the bolts. As for the hands, well, I've put the fingernails in, and just through these holes here, I've attached 2 lengths of string. I've tied them to a coat hanger so that they dangle like that. Then the difficult bit. Take a sweatshirt or a t-shirt or an old pullover, and the idea is to just thread your horror hands down the sleeves and pop them out the other end. And there's one of them, like that, a perfect fit. And then the other one down the other sleeve, like this. It can be a little tricky to do. It's a bit like getting dressed in the dark using someone else's hands. Horror hands at that. And out come the fingers. There they are. And again, another perfect fit. And then you have to attach your coat hanger into your shirt like that. Just hang it on like you normally would. And then just put your head inside and simply tape it into position. Now, I'm just going to do it very quickly here to show you. You can take a little bit more time to do it. Do it carefully. Put a lot of tape on so that when you pick it up, there you have a horror hanger. And then you can hang it up in your wardrobe. This way, master. And if you tie a loop of string or wool to the bar in your wardrobe first, it just makes it easier to hang in. And there it is. Look at that. And there's loads of different designs you can do. You could do a skeleton design, or you can even do a werewolf design, complete with woolly fur. Try it yourself. A horror hanger, guaranteed to scare off unwanted intruders.
Hello. Yes, it's me, the head. Now, that's basically 5 stages. 1, cut out your cardboard shapes. 2, build up the features using magazines, cotton wool, or paper. 3, cover them in toilet roll and PVA glue. 4, paint them when they're dry. 5, tie them onto your coat hanger. Oh yes, and 6, scare someone.
Hehe，这是伟大的艺术创意。
think that picture can best be summed up in just 3 words. What a whopper! Ooh.
You know, if you think about it, there must be thousands of different types of lettering. Well, for a start, take a look at this lot. Have you ever thought of inventing your own lettering? You know, design your own alphabet. Well, you have to start by inventing a style for your letters. So, OK, I'm going to do an alphabet where the letters are sharp and pointed and there's no curves. So it's not as hard as it sounds. Watch this. There's the A. That's quite easy. Now, the B is a little bit harder because you usually have curves on a B, but I'm just going to make them spiky and sharp like that. Now, I start to get a bit into trouble here when I come to the C, because normally that's just one big curve. But if I just do it 2 sharp points like that, and after the C, I can do anything. Let's do the D. That's quite easy because, again, it's just a point. It looks sort of space age, or maybe Egyptian, this writing. And then E, that's like this, with just these sharp prongs on. And you notice every time you do a letter, if you keep it in the same style as the letter before it, then your alphabet starts to take on its own personality and style. Look at this, the F, just the same as the E, only without that bottom prong. Now, the G has to be the same as the C. Keep it all in the same style, like that, but with this little tail on the end. H, very easy, just a couple of spikes. Now, on this alphabet, the hard ones are the ones with curves in. So, OK, let's do an O, which is normally just a circle, like that. And what about something like an S, which is just one big curve? Look at that. It looks like a lightning strike. And there it is. And if you continue and do the whole of your alphabet, when you've finished, if you make a neat copy, something like this, look at that. It really looks stylish when they're all together. And you can use that to refer to whenever you want to do any writing on a poster, say. So, OK, let's try another one. There's loads of different styles. What about one where the letters are all made up of scribble? Now, don't laugh. Let's try it. There we go. I'm going to start with the A. I'm just scribbling really quickly. And sometimes it's a good idea not to be too neat about this, you know, because then it creates its own, should we say, flair and style. Look at that. I do my B in there, just scribbling as I go all the way around. I've got no problem with curves here. The only problem with this one is keeping the pen going. Let's see if I can keep the pen going all the way around C. There it is, round the corner. Yes, 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 yes. Done it. And when the whole of that alphabet is finished, here's my neat copy. Look at that. And again, I can refer to that anytime I want to do some writing or do a poster. Now, you'll notice I've done all of these letters freehand. You can, if you want, do an ordinary alphabet in pencil first as a rough guide, and then just invent your own design on top. OK, let's do an alphabet where the letters are made up entirely of numbers. Well, that should look weird. Let's see. This looks like something a computer has churned out, I think. And the great thing about this, you know, is you only find out what it looks like or what the style looks like when you've actually finished it. Look at this. So it's a bit of a surprise. I don't know what this is going to come out like at all. So there it is, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. That looks really good. And the whole alphabet together looks something like this. Look at that. Does look like it's come out of a computer, doesn't it? So, OK, here's a challenge for you. What does an alphabet look like where all the letters are made up entirely of dots or stars? Well, I don't know the answer. I haven't done it yet. You try it. Try it yourself. Design your own alphabet.
I have invented my own alphabet. It has taken a few weeks of hard work, but I have to tell you that I am proud of it. Hey, you've got to see this. Great, isn't it? I should have it finished next year.
My name is Samantha. I cut out some pieces from 3 photographs of myself and stuck them on a piece of paper.
Hello, my name is George. I had an heart attack with a photo face.
Hello, my name's Joanna. I used 3 photographs for this picture. As I was smiling in one of the photographs, I decided to use my teeth because they look like a skull.
Hello, my name's Chloe. I made this picture by cutting up 3 photographs of me and sticking them together. These photographs are all taken at different points of view.
Wow, what a bunch of ugly mugs. Great idea, though, and great fun to do. Just take any 2 pictures of any 2 faces as long as they are different. Now, you can use ordinary photographs, or you can use cutouts from magazines. What about animal pictures, or even comic strip characters cut out from comics? Now, here's my 2, and it's just a case of cutting them up, selecting the particular features that you think will go together in a funny way. And look at this, all ready to go. And then it's just a case of mixing and matching. Now, I think what I'll do is I'll pull the ear round there, and then the monkey's head round the top there like that, so it looks like her hairline. And then we put another ear there. And what about this? The monkey's nose. Put that on there. That looks terrible. And what about the 2 eyes? Let me see. Quite fiddly there, so I'll just pick them up. Put one on there like that, and one on there like that. And just adjust the positioning, and when you're happy with them, stick them down onto a piece of backing paper. And there you have an ugly mug. And it really is, isn't it? Look at that. And of course, there's loads of different types of ugly mugs you can do, but just remember, 2 photographs as long as they're different. See if you can guess who these ones are. Look at that one. Any idea? Well, I'll tell you, it's the Joker out of Batman mixed with a hare. Ugly, huh? And what about this ugly bunch? 2 famous cartoon characters. Any idea? Nah, it's a difficult one, that. OK, what about the... Hold on, how did that get in there? That's the presenter of Art Attack mixed with a baby. Very funny. What an ugly bunch, eh? Try it yourself. Ugly mugs. And I'll see you next time. Ta-ra.